with head coach Tony Ahrens. Tony, another nice victory last Friday against county rival Southridge. Just go over that game just a little bit for us.
Well, you know, a well-earned win by our kids. There's a lot of things took place in that game, as always in games. But you know, we got some pretty difficult calls we had to deal with. We had a rain delay, a lightning delay we had to deal with, and you know, it was just a matter of playing through some adversity. You know, our defense did a nice job getting the ball to the offense, and we had a tie game at one point where our kids had to come back and score. So there was a lot of times where our kids could have shut down, but they kind of stepped up and played for us.
You know, all of us boosters and fans, you know, we just go out to our car and talk and have a good time during those rain delays. What do you guys do during a rain delay?
Well, you know, the first thing, you know, being in the situation where they had a fourth down, we you know, I think if the game continued, they would have went ahead and punted. But in this case, we knew when they went in, had some time to think about it, they were going to go ahead and, you know, go after the first down. And we felt like we had stopped them, but, you know, they got that first down. But irregardless, at that break, we talk about some strategies that we are going to have to take care of when we get back into the game.
Okay, this week we open up a Big 8 play against Boonville. We travel down to Boonville for that game. Give us a little overview on the Boonville Pioneers.
Well, you know, we're on the road, and then Boonville, quite honestly, Boonville brings some of the same kinds of things that Southridge does. You know, they're not a true wing tee like Southridge, but a lot of the stuff that they do is misdirection and wing tee version. So we're going to have to keep an eye on that offense, and then our offense just needs to get on the field and stay mistake-free, and we're going to be able to score some points.
Okay, good luck. We're with defensive coordinator Nick Eckert. Nick, another nice win last week against Southridge. Let us know how did you felt your defense did in that game?
They did a good job, I thought, for the most part. You know, they had a short field on one drive that they scored on. Other drives they had aided with penalties and officials' help. So, you know, for the most part, I thought our kids stepped up when they had to. I mean, on that fourth down after the rain delay, we stoned that kid at the line of scrimmage. There's no way that was the first down. Momentum changed big time. Then 2 plays later, they had a block in the back that aided the touchdown on that. So, you know, they got help, but that's part of it. You know, our kids pulled their backs in the fourth quarter. Game was tied 21-21. We came down and scored. We stuffed them at the end of the game. What can you ask for?
Now, Boonville Pioneers, first Big 8 game. Tell us a little bit about what you're expecting to see with the Jasper defense.
Well, I expect a lot better. Boonville is not as good as teams that we played previously, but we can't take it for granted. They run a little bit of what Southridge does, a little wing tee type stuff. They want to get out in the perimeter, jet sweeps, and then run ISOs inside, and we got to be able to stop that. If we can do that, I think we'll be fine.
Okay, here we are with offensive coordinator Jeff Mock. Jeff, a nice victory for your team last week, a nice blend of of the pass and the run for the Wildcats. Just give us a little overview of your game against the Southridge Raiders on the offensive side of the ball.
Well, we were able to do some good things. Some things we thought we would be able to do, we could. On a few occasions, a couple possessions, you know, we got stopped, made some mental errors, some blocking mistakes, and some things we tried to clean up, which is what we focused on this week, was just improving on some of the mistakes. Kids played hard. They always play hard. We had a lot of kids make some big plays, had 2 good runs from both the running backs. Zach Wood made some good catches. We had some tremendous blocks on certain occasions, had some missed assignments too. So, you know, we just try to clean up a couple of those things and just keep doing what we do.
Yeah, I think that's the key to this year's team. Offensively, I mean, you can't focus on Nolan, you can't focus on Ben, you can't focus on Zach. There's just so many different weapons with the tight end, 2 tight ends as well. I mean, teams really got to respect every position on the Jasper Wildcats.
Well, we're a lot less one-dimensional than we have been in the past. Our offense is geared for, we're going to be a run team, and then we're going to hit some play-action pass off of our runs. But hopefully this year, and I think you've seen that, we've been able to utilize a couple different players, and we have a lot of guys that can make plays and are very capable, so we're able to spread the ball around a little bit, and hopefully it makes it a little bit tougher on some defenses.
Now, Boonville, the first game of the Big 8 season, Friday night, and tell us what you're expecting from the Boonville defense. Tell us a little bit about them, what we can expect.
Well, they have 2 very large individuals that play in the middle of their defensive line. They have 2 young sophomore quarterbacks, and both of them are pretty good size. They're both about 6 foot, 200 pounds. So the middle of the defense is pretty stout. They'll play a 4-4 cover 3 or a 4-3 cover 2 against them, or spread sets. And they have various defenses they do against our run-dominant formations. They'll be in a 5-3, a 6-2, and they also have a 7-2, which is a little bit unique. They kind of man up on our tight ends inside. bringing up some defenders there in the line. So that poses a few issues for us, blocking schemes. So we don't see that a whole lot. So hopefully we'll be able to have the kids pick up what we worked on in practice and be able to keep rolling.
Okay, thanks, Coach.
Thank you.